Hey everybody, this is Jason, Zombie Collector, and I'm coming at you with another movie. E.T. Extraterrestrial, or I should say The Extraterrestrial. I think any of us who were born in the 70s and the 80s will remember this movie and probably remember this movie very fondly. It's one of those movies where, though the creature, E.T., here as you see on the back, this is the Japanese version. We'll discuss that more in a minute. The creature is so weird and almost disgusting looking. It looks like a turd with a face. If we're being honest, it looks like a turd with a face. It makes you love him, and you have that childlike wonder when you're a child, when you're watching this as a kid, and you just love E.T. And it was one of the very first movies I can remember actually crying in, because when he gets captured by the government, bad guys, and they're testing him, and he's starting to die, he turns white, and he's dying, like the color comes out of his skin, when he's hooked up with the little Henry Thomas. I can't remember his name in the actual movie. Oh my gosh. It's like right there. Is it eat? Oh man, I forgot. No, I forgot. But anyways, it's killing me. I can't remember this, man. What is this little boy's name here? Yeah, Elliot. There we go, Elliot. Sorry, it's in Japanese, so it's like I'm having to try to read it real quick. Elliot. So they have this strong connection, and it's just amazing. If when you watch this movie, how much the connection is. There's a lot of things about this movie we remember. I remember Dee Wallace Stone dressed up as a cat, the mom. Young Drew Barrymore is in her first acting gig. You have Henry Thomas, who plays Elliot, who gets E.T. to come out of the garage or whatever with Reese's Pieces. And do you all remember how big Reese's Pieces was in the early 80s? Everybody was eating Reese's Pieces. This was way before peanut butter allergies and everything. It was just amazing. When E.T.'s sitting there with all the other dolls, when she comes into the room and she doesn't recognize him, and he's just like, he's drinking. He gets drunk at the house one time because he's drinking alcohol and he's watching MTV or whatever. I love it. It's such a great movie. What I didn't like is that Steven Spielberg, who's the director of this film, went on later on, in the last 10 or 15 years, and he changed, towards the end of the movie, the original cut of the film, all the, government agents or officials or whatever you want to call them, they have guns and they're pointing them at the kids. Shotguns and handguns and revolvers or whatever. I'm not a gun person, so I'm sure I'm messing that up, but they're real guns. They're pointing at children, at E.T. And when Steven Spielberg, being the crazy liberal that he is, was like, oh, we don't want to have that in a movie. So he goes and erases all that from all the re-releases and changes it into walkie-talkies. And I'm just like, it's like what George Lucas does with the Star Wars movies. The whole Guido shot first thing, and changing characters and entire storylines and everything to make it where he wants it. He keeps tweaking it. I think it's real life. If you're a government official and you think you have an alien, even though this is all preposterous, and I understand that, you're not gonna wave a walkie-talkie at them. I just don't think you are. I mean, look, if you watch the movie Sign with Mel Gibson and M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, Joaquin Phoenix beats one up with a bat. He didn't throw a walkie-talkie at it. They threw water at it. It started melting, all kinds of stuff. They went to town on these guys. Mel Gibson took a butcher knife and chopped the fingers off the thing. So I don't think a walkie-talkie is going to do it, Steven. Just don't think it's going to happen. So let's talk about this. So I brought this back from Japan. I have a handful of movies that I still have from Japan. I'm kind of sour because a couple years ago, there was a guy on YouTube who, I can't even remember his name because I'm trying to block it out. I'm still salty about it. But he had this channel where he's a DVD collector, and he has a huge collection I can't remember his name, but it's not Cool Dude, or it's not that guy. It's somebody else. I like I said, it's somebody I blocked out. But, you know, you could send him stuff for his collection, because he's like, you know, I want my collection to continue to grow from unique and weird stuff that I don't have. And I'm like, hey, man, I'll send you some of my, DVDs that I've gotten from Japan. This is really unique and rare, and maybe they're not quote-unquote hard to find, but it's, you know, you got to pay a pretty penny to get them from Japan, or they're just not going to find them here. It's just not realistic. So I ended up sending them like 3 or 4 of my DVDs that I brought back from Japan. And again, they weren't big films. And then a couple of weeks later, I saw that he put them up on his website to sell. And I was like, who does this guy think he is? I was like pissed. And I sent the guy a message like, dude, you ask people to send you stuff for your collection because you want to collect all of a certain kind of movie. And, you know, and I was like willing to spend my money and my time and me bringing them back from Japan and me shipping them to you. And then you put them up in your store to make money off of. I'm like, you're a scumbag, dude. Like, for real. Like, capital S for scumbag. So after that, I got really burned on that whole thing. So I don't send things out like that, because if it's baseball cards, I don't care, because I'm actually sending them to you because you want them, and I don't want them. But the DVDs, it's not like a DVD is like a common, like it's not like something I found in a quarter box. I mean, a Japanese DVD is, you know, kind of unique, rare, hard to find. It can be expensive. So I was like beside myself. So needless to say, I would never be doing that again. So, with all that being said, there's a handful of DVDs I have that are still from Japan. So here's a 2-disc set from the Japanese release of E.T. Now, just like anything else in the world, they have lots of different releases in Japan too. So here are some of the little inserts that came with it. No big deal there. There again is another little insert. But what the cool thing is, they put these little like magazines in there. So here you see with E.T., got Back to the Future, got Incredible Hulk. What do we have here? Hannibal, I believe. Then we have The Bourne Identity, the Bourne Identity, and then we have, I think, A Beautiful Mind. You open it up, and then you have the entire thing. So there you have this. So anyways, there's that, and here's the back of it. It was more like images. So there's a little thing I thought was cool, I liked. And then, so this is the Japanese version of the DVD. And here you can see, like, the phone home with the finger. E.T.'s finger. Aw, phone home. And all the little E.T.'s at the very end are all hopping around in the forest, trying to go get their buddy. So this is the Japanese version of E.T. As I said, there's the back cover of the actual disc, which I just think looks amazing. Love it. Japan always has really cool box sets they do. And again, here's the back of it. So there's that. Now, this is the one I've gotten here in America a while back. Look at this. Look, now, this is what I'm talking about right here. Look at this monstrosity. This is the E.T. box set. This is the ultimate gift set, as you see right here. Ultimate gift set. So, I'll show the box. I'm going to show the box right here. I'll try to make it nice and steady if you want to read all the stuff that comes with it. There it is. Well, let me show you. So, here's the front again. And you open it, look at that. E.T. and Elliot. So nice. And then now it's like opens up like a book. It even has like a little, like a bookmark here. So that's really cool. And let's take a look here. This says this is a certificate of authenticity. There is a certificate of authenticity. This gift set contains the 2002 theatrical feature DVD, of E.T., the E.T. original theatrical feature DVD, E.T. bonus materials DVD, and E.T. CD soundtrack. Also, an exclusive individually numbered Cinetype made from the actual film frame of E.T., and a collector's book of E.T. extraterrestrial film concept to classic, containing photographs, trivia interviews, an introduction by Steven Spielberg and Melissa Matheson, and the complete screenplay. So here is the book they're talking about. This is like an actual book, guys. Like, it's a hardback book. So this is not some like little rinky-dink thing. I mean, it is amazing. I bought this box set. Oh, I forgot to tell you all. I bought this box set for $5 at Book and Music Exchange. Is it called Book and Music Exchange? I believe. I don't know. They're all over the United States. They're in Indiana. There's like 2 or 3 Book and Music Exchange, and it's just amazing. So I went there and spent some. Always have some fun time with looking. Here's a cool picture of Peter, I believe, Coyote with E.T. Love it. Try to find some other. Here we got some interesting pictures of E.T. There's that. Oh, there's a little young Drew Barrymore. Look at her, she's so precious. Let me find a couple other pictures. Oh, that's a very iconic picture of E.T. Let me find one more. Let me find one more. One more that just says, E.T. phone home. Oh, this is kind of cool. Alright, and this is, so you got them like creating E.T. So there's that. That's the book. Next up, the film still. So here is the film still. It's the film still here is the same picture as this. So I'll try to get in a little bit closer. I know it's a dark image, but as you can see, that is the E.T. Sorry, I know it looks like probably garbage, but there it is. And then here is the actual box set. Man, I don't know if I even pull this box set out ever and use it, because I always usually watch the Japanese ones because it's a lot easier to access. So here's this. So this is really nice on the back. You see Drew Barrymore with E.T. And then this opens up. Wow. I don't think I've ever actually opened this. So then we got the iconic image of the boys all together with E.T. trying to get out of Dodge. Man, oh man. Then we got E.T., you know, with Elliot with the finger. I wonder if this, I need to flip this upside down. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, this was upside down. So, we got the one with Steven Spielberg and E.T. There. And then, oh man, I see, as you can tell, I had not looked at these before. Trying to be very careful. So I definitely do not want to damage it. But then you have the special features and then the CD of E.T. as well. That's the theatrical version. This is the recut, I guess. The 20th anniversary edition. Inside of this, which again I didn't even know about, is this nice little booklet. It's about the, oh, that's a really cool image. Did you see? And it talks about the soundtrack from John Williams. So there you have it. There's that. So that's really cool. I did not know this even was in there. So I gotta, you learn something new every day, right, folks? So that is the box set of E.T. Oops. Let's put that back in there. There we go. Hopefully you can enjoy. Here is the gift set. Again, here is the Japanese version. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I know I had a good time showing this off. A childhood classic. If you all would like to leave a comment, please do. Tell me your favorite part of E.T. Tell me maybe some of your memories about watching it. Did you watch it in the theater? Did you watch it at home on home video? Did your parents watch it with you? Did you have a friend or a family member who turned you on to it as a kid? Maybe you're in your early 30s or late 20s and you didn't know about it until the 90s and somebody turned you on to it then. Like, I would like to hear your all stories. I kind of want to do this where if I'm talking about a specific movie, I want to try to remember to share this and ask you please to tell me something about the movie that you're connected to in some way. So if you could like share a story or anecdote, that'd be great. So until next time, peace, love, recycle, hair grease, And I am out.